Welcome back to Roston and Fire Emblem 7. We're still going. My broken voice and I are still going. We're going to do chapter 15 today and head right into it. In Laus, Eric tells Eliwood of a plan. A plot to use Laus as starting ground in a rebellion against Ostia. Eliwood needs proof to believe these accusations, and so he and his allies pursue Darren, the fleeing Marquis of Laus. Where that chase would lead, Eliwood could not have known. Chapter 15, Noble Lady of Caelin. That intro right there is kind of special to me because back in my original playthrough, I was experimenting a lot with the voice acting, the volume levels, different microphones, and this is the first chapter that I really felt like I had a very higher step up in production quality. I had found an old dynamic microphone, and I'd use that for this chapter, and I think it sounds pretty good. Maybe some help with some EQ. I think my previous ones were kind of far away from the microphone in a very echoey type of room, so the step up was nice. And increasing the game volume, I think it increased the immersion of the storytelling. My voice acting, not that great. It still isn't, but I just think it had a different feeling to it. And so that's why this chapter in particular is special to me in that regard. It does hold a nice place in my heart. It was about 9 years ago now, probably maybe closer to 10. I don't remember. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's where I really started to get into this kind of thing, and I never really took that to the next level, I don't think. I think Awakening, maybe that was a little bit better for me. And I don't know. I find it fun, but I find this kind of content not that engaging. So I'm not sure it really works or has a wonderful place here on YouTube other than for fun. But I do eventually want to do this for a living. And I don't know. I still don't really have a concrete plan there as well. But I know voice acting a 20-year-old game is not going to be paying the bills, if that makes sense. But it's got a special place in my heart, that nostalgia in a different level, because 20 years ago this game came out, but 10 years ago I played it for a YouTube audience, and that is special in its own right, you know? It's been a while since I really asked you a question regarding something like that, but to any new viewers who didn't see the last time I asked, what kind of nostalgia do you have really special to you? It doesn't have to be Fire Emblem. It could be anything, really. And what does it mean to you? And if it's this game, that's great. That's something further we can bond upon, you know? But there's a little bit of mine, again, and we're going to keep it going forward so we're not, you know, wasting too much time. But Blast. Where on earth is that snake Darren gone? I doubt he's left Lycia yet, but Hector, it's been 5 days. The death of Marquis Santaruz, our attack on Laus Castle. Word of these things must have reached Lord Uther by now. And yet, he shows no sign of action. Why? I'm sure he has his reasons. My brother has other concerns tying his hands right now. What do you mean? It's Byrne. We've received disturbing reports over the past few months. King Desmond is behaving oddly. If he sees even the slightest crack in Lycia's defenses, we believe he'll invade all of Byrne. He'll invade with all of Byrne's might behind him. My brother has only recently become Marquis, as well as the head of the Lycian League. We can't allow another country to see any weakness or discord. He has to present the face of stability and strength, is that it? Yes, it seems every country has a spy working in Ostia right now. They all want to assess the new Marquis's temperament and skill. If they sense anything wrong, word will spread like wildfire. Hector, you're the Marquis's brother. Would not being at his side be seen as something wrong? The Marquis's brother is a well-known lout. If I were at court, they'd sense something wrong. You're not too proud of that reputation, are you? Not in the least. Lord Eliwood, Lord Hector. What is it, Marcus? Have you heard of something? Yes, my lord, a messenger from the east. Castle Caelin is fallen in a surprise attack from Marquis Laus. Castle Caelin! They're struck again. Lord Hausen, is he unharmed? We've no word on Lord Hausen or his granddaughter, the Lady Lyndis. I never expected them to attack Castle Caelin. Lord Hausen, Lyndis. Lord Eliwood, Lord Hector, what shall we do? They might still be alive, right? There's only one thing we can do. We ride to their aid. There may still be time. Also, Marcus, why are you talking like that? You're not from Scotland. Or Ireland. I don't know the difference. Our beloved heroes back at last. Shout out to you if you watched Lynn's mode. We trained up a pretty nice Kent. I'm excited to use him again. Milady have returned, and I've brought news. Laus soldiers are scattered from the castle to the edge of this forest. There must be at least 50 soldiers. Are you sure about this, milady? We barely escaped. Going back to the castle would mean almost certain death. My grandfather is in the castle. I left the castle on his orders, but I can't leave him in there alone. The numbers we face, rescuing Lord Hausen will be no easy task. I wonder if we can expect any reinforcements. I overheard some of the Laus soldiers talking. They claimed that Lord Eliwood invaded Laus and drove him out. Eliwood? Why would he attack Laus? It gets even more interesting. Not only did Marquis Laus abandon his castle, but he also left his son, Eric, behind when he fled here to Caelin. That's despicable. He abandoned his own son? But at least we know Eliwood is in Laus. We might be able to ask him for help, assuming there were a way to contact him. If we were to avoid being caught, the best path would be here, through the forest. Shall I go? I suspect you're right. Horses cannot move well in woods. It'll take you a while, but you can travel lightly. Lady Lyndis, I'll go. I can fly above the forest. I can be in Laus faster than anyone else. Florina, you can't do this on your own. It's not possible. Thanks to my time here, I'm no longer as timid around men as I used to be, and I've met Lord Eliwood before. I'm sure I can do this on my own. It'll be terribly dangerous. You understand, don't you? Yes, but I promised myself I would become braver for you. I'm not the weak little Florina I used to be. I'll be fine, trust me. You've convinced me. The job's yours, Florina. But you must promise me that you won't try anything impossible. Yes, my lady, farewell. I just realized this is a heavy dialogue chapter. My voice is shot. Did you hear something? Or no, did you hear our meek Florina? She sounded most forceful. Beautiful. She's become a full-fledged Pegasus Knight. Yes, she has. All for you, Lady Lyndis. It's quite gallant. When we lived on the plains, I was always her protector. I know I shouldn't feel sad, and yet... Commander Bowker, there's something in the southern skies. Is that a Pegasus Knight? Where do you suppose she's going? Doesn't matter. We've been told not to let anyone out of Caelin. Archers, advance! Bring her down! To reach Laus, I must go over the forest and fly north. Then I'll have to... Wait, who are these people? They fly no banner, and yet... Ah, that man in the lead, it's Lord Eliwood. He's come to Caelin's aid. That's wonderful. I'll have to tell him where Lady Lyndis is awaiting. I spotted the enemy. Why are their archers advancing? They're aiming at something up high. Lord Eliwood, look! Up there! A Pegasus Knight! Lord Eliwood! Could it really be? Florina, is that you? Yes, I'm Lady Lyndis's... Florina, fly lower! What? Oh! Ah! Florina! Oh no! Oh no! Clunk. Ah. Can you hear me, Florina? Lord Eliwood, Those archers almost hit you. You avoided the arrows, but you lost your balance. I'm sorry, I'm such trouble. I'm just glad you're not hurt. Tell me, Florina, weren't you with Lyndis? Yes, Lord Eliwood, Lady Lyndis is beyond that forest. She's waiting for a chance to assault the castle. She's what? Still, it's good to hear she's safe. She's fine. However, Lord Hausen's been captured. He's still in the castle. I see. Let's go then. Someone get up there and scour the area. I want to know if we brought down that Pegasus Knight. If she's still breathing, make her stop. My lord, to the west. We're under attack. It's the Freya noble Eliwood. He's here, huh? Now's our chance to show Marquis Laus our loyalty. Our opponents are a motley band of fools. They're no match for us. We're on level 6. And we're going to employ him again, of course. We're going to need a good bit of selling or buying or whatever. Something I got to check out is how Florina and Fiora are different. And if their con is different, it might just be worth benching Florina for now and using Fiora. I do want to use one of them. And I gotta figure it out, okay? Okay, seems like our Florina is very similar to Fiora's base stats, and she does have one more point of con. It's gonna really help her when she goes to use a javelin And instead of losing 7 points of speed, she'll only lose 6. And furthermore, when she uses the Iron Lance, it will be 3 instead of 4. I guess that's pretty notable. And other than that, it's kind of a wash, but her strength is a little tiny bit weaker, strength growth. And it's barely though, 5%, 10% health growth rate difference, Fiora's favor. Speed is slightly less, but res and defense are higher. Res is 50% rather than 35, which that might be good for the mage killing utility. So we're not going to totally bench Florina for now, but we're going to plan on using Fiora, I think. And try not to invest much into Florina at this point, because I think it's better if we do focus on somebody else. And okay, so we did get the red gem, which is the worst option. But I kind of expected that. I don't know if we're supposed to sell the Knight's Crest or what. I didn't think so, but for whatever reason, we missed it. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. What we're going to do is... I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do that for sure. We're going to get Sane out of here. We're going to do this. So the red gem, we're going to buy an iron sword. We're going to buy steel for Kent. Another iron sword. Send a convoy. Some steel swords to convoy. That'll be helpful. Iron axes to convoy. And don't forget, we also have some things to sell, like the goddess icon. Slim sword, is that even going to be worth anything? I don't think it is. Unless I want to use it with Marcus. But are swords more expensive than lances? I don't know. We can always come back. They are not. So I could buy a slim lance here. Just don't know if I want to. And we don't necessarily need an iron bow. First of all, I'm going to buy a javelin, a steel lance, and then a couple more javelins because I know we're going to need that. Couple iron lances will be good. One steel bow, because really we're just using that for Wrath when we get him, so it's not super necessary. Plus Will has one already, so maybe that was a wash. Anyways, we're gonna go right into moving forward. For Florina, we're going to grab an iron lance. And I think we're going to sell the secret book. Not entirely sure at this point, but I think we are. I'm going to give that to Marcus. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I feel like every time I've used Fiora, I haven't been too impressed. Turns out not the best. I don't know. I feel like every time I use Florina, it does work out better, but that was probably a normal mode where the XP gains was massive and the enemies were even weaker than they already are. Okay, we are going to go through the growth rates again, even though we probably did. Did we? I don't even know if we did. But we're going to do it again. Okay. We got Lynn back. She's one of our main lords, 3 of them. One of our 3 main lords. Game over if she dies. She's a sword user, is locked to swords. We gave her a energy ring to increase her strength by 2, and we gave her an angelic robe to increase her HP by 7. And so her growth rates. 70% HP, 40% strength, 60 skill, 60 speeds, 55 luck, 20 defense, 30 res. She's definitely built like a Myrmidon. And that's why I'm saying Guy is pretty much irrelevant when we have Lyn in the picture because you kind of have to use her. You don't have to, obviously, but she is force required in the entirety of Lyn's mode, obviously. And if you skip that, she is force deployed in several chapters towards the end, and maybe even the mid game. And obviously, it's a game over if she dies, so you might as well train her up and make her somewhat viable. And a lot of people hate Lyn because she's not very good. I think she's just fine. I think she does exactly what she needs to do as a sword unit. She's like a tank or a dodge heavy Myrmidon type. Her promotion is pretty cool. It gives her bows. Well, maybe that's not the best. She still lacks 1-2 range, where the other lords don't. That's unfortunate, but I think her dodginess really does keep her in line with being a better unit. Obviously, she's not mounted either, so she's like, in terms of all units, definitely not an S tier in those technical ways to be good at the game. But I think she's just fine. She does what she needs to do. The story points that are come to her detriment as well. Like she's kind of ignored for parts of the Eliwood and Hector's story. She's only really there because she was of Lyn's mode. That's really why she's important. I don't know. I've heard that argument. It doesn't really matter to me. Again, the story's like not the main reason why I play the game, right? But she's basically Guy, but not. She doesn't have as much crit as Guy, I don't think, as when she's promoted, but it is still pretty good. Okay, moving to Kent. Kent is our cavalier of choice on this run. He's leveled up pretty nicely, strength and speed. Strength notably because he's, I think, the weakest strength of the... No, low one's weaker. I always forget that. But Kent has been pretty good to us, and he's level 10 already. But anyways, 85% HP, 40% strength, 50 skill, 45 speed, 20 luck, 25 defense, 25 res. Not the best growths ever, but mounted, you get him. He's got very good availability, and he's one of the best classes in the game. So can't really go wrong. Him and Saint are both very good, and I'm liking where this Kent is so far. He doesn't double these guys, unfortunately, but in due time he will. And he does quite a bit of damage. Maybe not so much, not as much as Saint might, but he's still got pretty good strength levels throughout the course of Lyn's mode. So he's doing all right. Really doing all right. We're going to visit the vendor here. I don't really think we need any of this. Again, there's fire and heal. I don't really think we need any more heals. The next anima user would be, I guess, just Pent. Not really gonna. We're gonna use. We're gonna be using Lucius, and Sarah will both be bishops. So that's kind of awkward, but that's fine. Not a big deal at all. And I think that's pretty much it for our shopping. Maybe we'll go back and get more swords. I don't know. Dun, 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 dun. Oswin for the win, going in for the kill. Getting the whopping 6 experience. It's always nice to see. Ba, 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 ba. We'll throw Eliwood here. Nice crit. It's very helpful, in fact. It's a level up, right? Yes. Level 10 Eliwood. Got some nice 10s on the board. Very nice. And now we can move in with Hector here. Grab up to mop up this guy. This chapter has always been one of my favorites because I tend to always play Lyn mode, so when our parties converge, it's like a very happy time, you know? And, I don't know. I don't really think this chapter is all that great and fun mechanically wise, map design wise, all that good stuff. But it's like, this is the start of the real game for me because, you know, all the units you trained up are all coming together, so I just skipped this. It doesn't really matter. Just gives us a red gem, which is very nice. We're still using Rebecca as chip damage because it's kind of hilarious. Lowen can create a bit of a wall. We're going to take every bit of staff experience we can with Sarah. And Florina just hovers about, really. Da, 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 da. We'll probably miss here, but that's fine. But we don't. We connect it. Hector connects the dots. He hits the guy with 50 hit. Okay. Da, 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 da. And in this village, I think it's just a horse slayer. Don't we already have that? Oh no, it's a heavy spear, isn't it? Which is nice for the boss, but I just feel like heavy spears in this game are not worth using generally. Because the 2 times might in this game, super effective damage, it's just not really very notable. Obviously, it gives Eliwood enough strength to be able to kill some cavaliers on doubling, but without the doubling, he doesn't get that. And normally he's not doubling at this page, I guess. Well, he's already level 10, so he is moving along quite quickly. But, you know, I think we kind of got a luckily fast Eliwood. But on average, it's maybe not, because he's level 10, he starts level 1, he's got like a 40% speed growth or something. And, yeah, getting 3 points of speed isn't that great. Or maybe he does have less than that, I don't know. I don't know. This is where Rebecca comes in. Da, 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 da. Very good. Very good, Florina. I didn't look at any of these fools because we were not using them, but this is Will. Put his bases up now. His bases are actually pretty good. And the thing that does him in is his class. Archers just aren't very good in the game. His bases aren't good either, so that doesn't help. And we're just not using him. It's kind of like mainly player phase, and this game is a lot of enemy phase focused. So it's just not very good for Will. Same thing echoes for Rebecca. They're basically like the same character, the same unit right now, very slightly different stats. But yeah. Sane is a very good unit. Cavalier, I tend to only use one cav, but his bases are as follows. He's more of a strengthy powerhouse type unit rather than Kent and Lowen. Kent is kind of the average all around, I guess. And Lowen is more the defensive, tanky HP cavalier. I usually use Sane. I think most people probably do. He's just a fan favorite, I would guess. Imagine. Blah, blah, blah. He's also character-wise more interesting than Kent. So I think that leads a lot of people to use him instead. But decided to change it up, use Kent. He leveled up better, and I wanted to use him anyways. So there's that. And Matthew got hit by a freaking javelin, so that's not very cool. And we're just going to send Marcus down towards the shops to sell those items. And I think we have Eliwood, or maybe we just have Hector come up and smash this guy in the face while Eliwood takes out the mercenary. We're going to dodge that. Okay, whatever. I think you can tell. I think you can hear my voice is really falling off now. As if it already wasn't. Okay. So the nice thing about Oswin is he comes in such a high level that he is ready to promote as soon as you get the Knight's Crest next chapter, which will be nice. Give Kent some more time to level up, get some more out of the Cavalier class before we promote him around chapter 21. Don't really know how I feel about this game being having specific promotion items for specific classes. Like Knight's Crest only promotes knights and armor knights, or knights and cavaliers, whereas if you wanted to promote a magic user, you need a guiding ring and so on, because there's limited availability of those items, and they're also limited to when you get them and on what route you get them. So it really does make a difference building your team than if, you know, master seals like in Awakening and most other games really just have one promotion item, and then you can buy them in a lot of cases, where in this game you can't. And when you can buy them, they are very expensive and they're very late in the game. So a lot of times it's just not worth doing that. I think one of the last secret shops in the game is like chapter 30 or 30x, 29x or something like that. And it's like, you got 2 chapters left. What are we doing? I'm not going to promote somebody now. Heavy spear. Yep. I don't even want that. Probably should have taken it, actually. Hector's already taking no damage from everybody, so that's pretty nice. And hopefully we get some speed here. That would be cool. Okay. It's very Hector of you. Don't appreciate that. We're going to move him here to this forest so we can get Sarah down to heal him. Well, he still gets a little bit of experience. I know we're just basically heavily using our lords at this point, but it's, you know, we don't have a lot of units that I'm planning on using at the moment. Some of them, a lot of them come later, so just gotta bear with me while we use like 4 characters. But really, it's fine, so don't worry about it. Very good, Matthew. Oh no, a sword! What are we going to do? We're going to miss. No, we're not. We're going to hit. Just like the prophecy told us. Oh no, not Sarah. Bow, bow, bow. We got reinforcements. I like to have Lynn stay back and deal with them. Just because it's kind of a struggle to get her up here to do really anything meaningful. So I might as well deal with that like mercenary or the brigand reinforcements that come over like every turn for maybe 3 turns or 4 or something. You know, just I don't know, have her doing something. We're gonna poke. I think we're gonna have Florina come poke him again. We're already gonna break an axe, which is impressive. Bum, 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 bum. Da, 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 da. A doubling Eliwood is so nice. There's so many times where you just have a slow, stupid idiot speed screwed Eliwood for no good reason. I mean, other than the fact that he's just not a very good unit. It is very nice when he actually doubles. And it is also very nice when Sarah levels up and gets HP and defense. But we can't have that. So we get speed and strength, speed and magic, which is actually fine as well. She'll be more combat savvy, but still get one shot by a lot of enemies later on. We're close to it at least. Da, 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 da. That was supposed to miss, but thank you anyways. I don't know, we were supposed to double if he's got a steel sword. Really the worst thing about this chapter, I think, is the slog that it takes to get to the final boss. Not the final boss, but the boss. All these forests here and like this little random piece of cliff is actually just annoying to go through. You might as well just fly. And there's no ballista on this mode, is there? Hector mode, there's definitely ballista trying to shoot you from the cliffside. Right there. Supposed to be a ballista right over here. That's interesting that it's not. Okay, so we're going to sell the gem. We're going to sell the secret book and the goddess icon, and we're rich again. Probably do some more shopping, but once we get out of that guy's range, but we're not out of that guy's range, so I hope he just goes for Lynn instead anyways. He probably will. And I forgot to turn off all these guys' animations. I guess I didn't turn off everybody's animations, just some of the ones I wasn't using. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Good work, Hector. You doing great, mate? And we'll just wait for him to come down because 69% isn't great. Da, 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 da. Maybe we'll go here. He'll go here, and then we'll go back down here, so he has to go through there to go there, and then we'll be able to kill him. You know what I mean? Cool, thanks. You'll see. You'll see. In due time. That's all it takes. Oh. Screw you, Razor. Not actually. You're alright, I guess. Da, 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 da. Oh. He just goes through... Okay, never mind then. Okay. Stop it. Ah! That could have been bad. Oh, Eliwood. Oh, Eliwood. Oh, Eliwood. Hey, that's a good crit. A nice level up for Matthew. Speed and defense and res luck. Okay, that's pretty good. Da, 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 da. Oswin going for the chip damage. It's about as good as a kill, really. So we can do this. Might as well, I guess. Hector goes for this. Better hit rates. And slowly, inch by inch, we will make it to the throne. But first, we must limp our way over through all the forests and all the fortresses and all the cliffsides that is Castle Caelin's whatever. So, if this is Castle Caelin, does that mean like up and to the right is that final map that we played? Chapter 10? Because it doesn't really look like it, does it? Because isn't there supposed to be a fort like right there? Or no? It's one space over from here. And then there's a river. And is this here? I don't know. I'd be interested to see. Double check that. Continuity, right? I'm going to buy a couple more swords. I don't really know. Probably don't need them. A couple more axes. I don't know. Probably don't really need them. Maybe the steel right there. Maybe this is... Nobody uses steel axes in FE7 vanilla. Did I buy a steel sword? I might as well buy another steel sword. Okay. And nobody's going to move. And Sarah heals Eliwood. And Eliwood stands here. And Hector stands there. And Kent comes up here. And Oswin comes up here. And Florina comes up here. And Lowen is like, why am I here? Rebecca's also saying, why am I here? And Lynn's just going to go back down here. Marcus is going to shop around here. And he's going to buy maybe another Slim Lance. I don't know. It might be useful. Probably not, though. Do that. And then another one of that. I'm sure we have plenty, though. So, okay. Bye-bye. Eliwood's going to dodge like a nice boy. He's going to get a freaking level up from a dodge. And it's going to be meh. A meh. Level up. Hector. Why is he attacking Hector? Who's going to double him? Is he going to double him? He is going to double him. Great Scott. Oh, I almost forgot. In fact, I entirely forgot about those. So we're going to heal up Kent. And can Florina pick him up? She sure can. Dang, that sucks. We might lose Merlin is here because I forgot about that. Da, 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 da. Is that S rank already or is it A? It's gotta be A. Yeah. I don't think tier 1 units can actually get S rank. Or get past A rank, I guess. Well, that would be going to... Never mind. Hector. Okay, it's pretty good. Get the res. It's a pretty good level. Need some speed, but it was pretty good. Not going to complain about it. Not going to complain. Da, 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 da. Oh, I did not mean to visit. It's okay, should still be fine. Da da dun dun da. Da 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 do da dee da. We could seize a chapter. Prepare to fall before your master. We could just do it, because Hector should be able to kill here. We've been defeated? Such a shame. Another level up for Hector. Was that a level 10? Yes. There's the speed we need. I think we're going to keep going just to get rid of these. Get Kent some levels. We've been missing you, Kent. So, yeah. Or some experience at the very least. Maybe not levels, plural. Maybe one. Da, da, da. Ouch. Need to get Matthew out of there. Ooh. Kent's not even doing very well. I mean, he's doubling them, killing them, but they do 6 each, and it's not so good. No more. Sarah's going to be able to get another heal off here, which is good. She's got a good amount of magic to bring him all the way to full health. That's good. 7 is pretty nice for her. Get the Kent level. Not a good one to come back to, but it doesn't matter. We're going to get Matthew out of there. I feel like it's... I mean, is it even worth it? I don't think so. Let's just go for it. Commander Bowker. He was a fierce enemy. Hector, all it took was 2 hits of your axe and you didn't even get hit by him. He really was fierce. Lyndis, once we've defeated the remaining foe, the castle's yours. Thank you, Eliwood. If not for your help, I don't know where I'd be right now. All this happened because we routed Lord Darren at Laus. It's only right that we help. You explained your motives to me, Eliwood. This is about your father. I would do the same in your position. What happened in Caelin is not your fault. Thank you. However, until your castle is yours again, I take responsibility. I understand. Thank you. Eliwood, we're moving into the castle. All right. Who's that? Oh, yes. Let me introduce you. Hector! What? This is Lyndis. She's Lord Howson's granddaughter. Lyndis, this is Hector. He's Lord Uther's brother. His brother? Really? Yes. I was watching the way he fights. He's not like you, Eliwood. He's somewhat like my own knights, but different still. He relies so much on power. It's like he's never been... I haven't. I taught myself how to fight. I've no issue with that. But the way you swing that axe around, you're a threat to your allies. You should be more watchful. What did you say? Lyndis, what's come over you? Oh, My apologies. I didn't intend to seem so critical. Granted, Hector's style may be a tad bit dangerous, but there's no one I depend on more. You may think him careless, but he's always aware of his surroundings. The more you praise me, the less worthy I sound. Lyndis, once you fight along Hector, I'm sure you'll understand. I'm sure you're right. I apologize, Hector. I'm honored to have your help. No apology necessary. I'm glad I can lend a hand. Let's go inside, shall we? Shall we? Jim! Is it really you, Jim? So good to see you. Have you been well? Well met, Jim. Good to see you again. Well, this really is a pleasant surprise. Hello, Jim. Has it really been a year? What's wrong, Florina? You needn't hide back there. Nice to see you again. I don't suppose you... Do you remember me? Everyone who remained in Caelin speaks of you fondly. We're always saying, I wonder where Jib is. And why the hell is his name that? Sorry, this isn't the best time to catch up. We're here to rescue my grandfather. Jib, will you help me again? See, as corny and dumb as it is, I absolutely do appreciate that. It just it acknowledges the child in me that played this for the first time, and it's like, oh my god, it's been so long since I've had control of my Lyndis Cadre, you know? And you grow so fond of him when you play Lynn's mode 400 times and can never beat Eliwood's mode. It's like Lynn's mode is the the real game for me as a kid because I was so bad. Anyways, enough of that. Ridiculous. Even Bowker? Lord Darren, it's time to give up this madness. Further resistance is meaningless. For what you've done, you may never be forgiven, but it's not too late to try. Tell Eliwood everything. He'll intervene with Marquis Ostia on your behalf. I've lost. Hurry. Eliwood will be here in no time. Let me speak for you. Ugh! None of that now. Marquis Laus needs no troublesome advice. Lord Effidel! There's no turning back for you now. You should know that. First Marquis Santarus, and now Marquis Caelin. Both deaths are on your hand. What? But it was by your hand they both died. I never asked for this. Yes, I killed them. For you. To trap me. Don't be absurd. I follow my master's orders. My only wish is to deliver your dreams to you. The crown of a united Lycia. And once that is done, dominion over the entire continent. Is that not what you desire? Yes, of course. That dream is still worth a few sacrifices, isn't it? You're exactly right. Our plans may have gone drastically awry, but as long as we have the Master's power behind us, we cannot be defeated. Well, we do well to leave now, before those meddlesome worms arrive. You will leave everyone from Laus behind. We will use them to delay our foe. Everyone, my soldiers. But who will protect me? The Black Fang and I will be more... Well, the Black Fang and I will more than suffice for that task. There's nothing else you need, I assure you. Yes, I see that now. Where do we go from here? To the Dragon's Gate. Our master awaits us there. The master has informed me of our hostage may be all we need. If all goes well, we may be able to perform a ceremony with him alone. Oh, is that so? I suppose we've nothing to worry about. That is correct. Now, please begin your retreat. I have 2 or 3 orders to give, then we'll be right behind you. Pathetic imbecile. Layla, where are you? I'm here. Well, Eliwood is occupied. Finish off Marquis Caelin and hide the body. The enemy will waste precious time searching for him. As you command. You know, you've only been the Black Fang a short while. However, you are quite skilled. I look forward to watching you. Yes, sir. Okay, that has been in chapter 15. A long one at that. Maybe not too long, just a lot of talking. But thank you for watching. One of my favorite chapters. Not really because of the chapter, just because I feel like this is where the real game begins. You know, your whole team is back together again. You got Lynn back. You got your Cavalier back. You got Will back. I'm just kidding. Nobody likes Will. Sorry, Will fans. Maybe I'll use Will next time. What am I talking about? Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one for chapter 16.